Twisted aliens and demented cultists battle across the devastating science fiction world of Dark Age. Muster your forces and learn to survive at beastsofwar.com. Anime cyberpunk style meets skirmish combat in Infinity. Experience 8 high-tech factions and fight to control the human sphere at the Infinity Hub on beastsofwar.com.
Hi everybody, welcome back to another training match here at Beasts of War. I'm of course joined by Bryce, who is my personal coach, you know, sensei, master.
Never thought I'd be called a personal trainer before. I've not got the body shape for it. But
right, well, today we're having a match up against the Morticians, who I'm playing, and the Alchemists, who you're playing. So,
indeed.
Morticians, these are the people who have to deal with the unfortunate and very solemn cause of taking care of the dead folks in the world of Guild Ball.
Yeah, unfortunately sometimes in Guild Ball they like to help make the dead people as well.
Well, we're stopping for a game of Guild Ball, so, you know, somebody might get some shenanigans done.
Yeah, they are. Morticians are one of the more kind of esoteric guilds, if you will. They've got a lot of nonsense up their sleeves.
Yeah, well,
so we'll see some of that.
Hopefully I can learn it and use it against John at some point.
Yeah.
Should be a good laugh. But on the other side of the field, you've actually dropped us in at the bottom of turn 1 because you're playing the Alchemists and you actually want to show off some of the nasty tricks that you can pull off. Now, I've already seen nasty tricks during the turn because I'm seeing fire templates all over the goddamn show.
Yep.
A couple of people are on fire. Someone's on poison here.
Yeah.
This is not fun. But
so,
you said there's one thing you can do to make this worse for me.
Yeah, so basically the reason we decided to stop in at the bottom of 1 is because obviously we played out this is just, these teams are both kind of quite positioning heavy ton 1. They're throwing some fire around, but there's not all that much happening. But this captain that I'm playing is called Smoke.
Okay.
And her thing is that she can see all these templates here.
Yes.
She can move those around and set people on fire with them, poison them.
What, she's just standing there going fire.
Yeah, she's just like, oh, you go over there, you set those on fire.
Okay, well, show me what you're doing then.
So what I'll do,
it's the very last activation.
Very last activation. So what I'll do is she's going to spend. She's a character play called Chemical Breeze, and that's kind of her big thing.
Right.
And that means you can move a AOE and place it within 4 of its current location. And if it has an ongoing effect, and I can even use yours, because this was Silence has used Fire Blast here, and will hit one of my models. Calculus went here, Mercury went here. So I can even use one of yours, and I just target an AoE, which is this one.
And
I place it.
1 influence for it?
Yep, 1 influence, and I place it within 4, so I can flip it all the way over to here, and set these 2 guys on fire.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
But are you sure this is the Alchemist Guild, or is it the Barbecue Guild?
Well, no, yeah, it's definitely Alchemist, because I can do it with poison as well. Do you want to see?
Really?
Watch.
Okay.
So it's range 8. Range 6. So I'll just double check the range. Nope. So she's gonna have to take her jog first.
Okay.
So she is gonna jog just up here a little bit, just to make sure she's got range.
All right. Well, I can live with this because I can reach you in a minute.
Yeah. You think that? What? Yeah. Wait and see. So Smoke then is gonna duplicate. This is not duplicate. Is going to move this poison cloud over here and poison these guys as well. Okay. Because that's always fun.
Okay, so this is sort of the the bartender's cocktail list.
Yeah, it's really just the sort of aim of the list is just set as many people on fire and poison them as you possibly can.
Yeah, well, I mean, like you were telling me about some of these effects beforehand. The poison causes 2 damage at the start of the turn. The fire causes 1.
Yeah, and fire also gives you a movement debuff as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna suck. Okay. Well, I'm now poisoned. I'm now on fire.
Yep. And what I'm going to do now, because you said you could reach her.
Yeah.
She has an ability called Cloud Jumper.
Okay.
Where she can, and this is her little robot butler pal. Okay. Right here, called Flask, who's set up a little cloud for her back here.
Yeah.
And once per turn, she can just teleport into a cloud.
Really?
Yeah.
So hang on, you're telling me, regardless of what happens, if she gets into trouble, you can just go, no, Flask, you head over there. I'll be with you in a minute, darling.
Yeah, exactly. Like you just set up the cloud over there. I'll just bounce over in a second, with no cost, no effort required.
Okay. Okay. Well, this is going to be an interesting match.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Well, where do we go from here?
So what we do is the end phase. So all of these go away.
Okay.
I'm using all these. You'll notice that because of Smoke.
Yeah, you have quite the stack.
Yeah, this is all in the Alchemist token set. So you get.
Move it across a little bit.
Yeah, I'll just show it there. I think it's 8 templates.
Yeah,
9 templates.
I think you've got maybe Oh no, those are all yours because I've got
Yeah.
my 2 here.
Yeah, no, they're all. That's look at how thick that
Yeah,
is.
you're getting
Yeah.
an inch deep of templates. Bloody hell.
So that's the end phase. So now we roll for initiative.
Okay,
So
you're
I
on
am
plus
on 2 momentum. Yeah. So I get 5.
I get 5.
Cool.
You roll.
So we roll.
2.
I get 8. So I get it.
Damn.
So I forgot to take Smoke's cloud away. Flask cloud away even.
Right.
Sorry, it's actually 10. I was missing one. It's still on the table. 10 templates
Still,
there.
that's pretty mad.
Pretty good, eh?
Yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Well, it's a very different playstyle because instead of rocking in and punching people in the face or getting the ball and getting it into the goal, this is football. Who would have guessed? You're just going, no, I'm just gonna beat you up, death by 1,000 cuts.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to take part in the game. I want to set. I don't want you stay over there on fire and just wait. I'm going to play the waiting game until Smoke bounces forward and gets a goal.
Okay, so you've done your allocation, yeah?
I have indeed, yeah.
All right, so I now have to do mine, but do I resolve my effects before or after?
You resolve your effects before. So,
right.
Cosset takes 2 damage from poison.
Okay.
Silence takes 3 damage because he's poisoned and burning. Dirge takes 3 damage because he's poisoned and burning. And Casket takes 1 because he's on fire. I actually forgot.
So Cosset 2.
Yep.
And
my Calculus takes 1, which I should have done earlier.
Nothing.
Obulus takes nothing. Graves takes nothing.
Casket takes 1 because he's tough as hell.
Silence takes 3.
Wow. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
And the bird takes 3 as well.
Okay, 1, 2, and 3. Well, the bird's down to half health.
Yes.
Ouch.
The bird is fodder for this team, I'm afraid. He just...
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, every time you kill a mascot, that's 1 VP.
1 VP, yeah.
And with him coming back on,
yeah,
if you can poison and burn him every turn...
He just keeps going.
Yeah, he's just going to tick you a VP.
It's something that's quite a good idea against a lot of teams that can do almost incidental damage like this, is maybe keep your mascot a little bit further back. Yeah. Because as much as there are only 1 VP, if you get that twice, that's the same as a normal player. Exactly.
And they have so few health points compared to some of the others.
Yeah, like I think 5 is the lowest at the moment, I think. Yeah.
All right, well, seeing as you won the roll and I'm going second, I will gain 1 momentum.
You do indeed.
But now I need to allocate all my stuff. So Cosset, I've kind of worked this out already. She'll get 2. Obulus, I'll give him 3, I think.
Yeah.
Dirge, I'll give him 2. Silence, you're going to get 2. Silence is
this chap right here with the skull cap.
Then Casket, I'm going to give you 3 because I want you to do some hitting. And Graves, I'm going to give him 1 because he has an ability I want to use.
Okay. It's always good when when you sound like you know what you're doing, isn't it?
I kind of been employed to do this. I assume all these stats effects go away now, do they? Or do they hang about?
Oh no, these stay. These conditions stay until you remove them either by using momentum, which we've talked about before, or there are certain abilities in the game that can remove conditions.
Right.
So these just stay until you remove them, and just tick your health down every turn.
Right. But if I leave them sitting, I don't have to worry about getting them on again?
No. Yeah, you can only be on fire or be poisoned once.
Yeah. So what are all the stats effects? So there's poison, there's fire, bleed.
There's poison, burning, and bleed.
Okay.
So bleed, unlike these, bleed does go away in the maintenance phase, but it does 3 damage before it goes away.
Okay.
So bleed's like burst damage.
Okay.
Whereas these are more like damage over time. And that's a lot of how the Alchemist playstyle actually works, is you sort of set, with Smoke anyway, you sort of do this to the entire enemy team, and then you just wait. And you play the game, but the whole time we're playing the game, your health is just ticking down.
Yeah, I'm on the clock.
Exactly. So it puts you on a timer much more than me. So I just have to wait for you. It forces your positioning, it forces your sort of maneuvering.
It makes me be aggressive, to be honest.
Exactly. It forces you to try and end the game quickly before your health ticks down to the point that I can go in and just take the last few boxes off someone.
All right, well, let's get stuck into the turn then. So
I'm
going to go first.
I'm going to continue the theme.
Okay.
And Mercury's going to activate first and stick down a cloud over here because I want to kill the bird.
Okay.
So he is going to go ahead and roll on Dirge.
Yeah, so Dirge is Death 5.
Yep, and I got a lovely 6 right there. Look at that. So that'll be 2 damage, which will take him out.
Alright, so whenever the fire template goes down, it does 2 damage.
Yeah, so Mercury and Calculus actually both have quite similar character plays. Mercury's is called Fire Blast, which Silence has as well. And when that goes down, as an AoE character play, you roll to hit every model under the template. And if you hit them, they suffer 2 damage and they're set on fire.
Okay.
Calculus is the same, it's 2 damage, but they get poisoned if they get hit.
Okay.
So the bird takes 2 damage, which will take it out.
Yep,
So
Birdie is dead.
Yep, I'll just start the tracker there, and he loses. Well, that influence goes away as well.
Yeah, that's actually unfortunate. I'd hoped the bird would last a little longer than that. I thought I had time during the turn.
No, sorry.
But, let's get these tokens out of the way here.
At least he's not on fire and poisoned anymore.
No. The Morticians who were looking for some work are unfortunately having to bury the mascot. This was not our intention.
And then I'm going to roll on silence as well, because that's the rules.
Yep.
And that misses silence, unfortunately.
She's a 4-0.
That's cost that you're looking at there. Silence is a 5+.
Silence. Yes, he is. Yep. Sorry.
So misses him.
Yeah.
Would have missed cost it as well. But because smoke also has a rule called momentous inspiration. That means when Mercury, when someone uses a character play that causes damage, if it hits an enemy model, I generate 1 momentum.
Oh, so...
As long as they're within 4 inches of smoke, which
I see.
He pretty comfortably is right there.
Yeah, definitely. Well within.
Okay. So that costs 2 influence for him.
Yeah.
And he's just going to move up a little bit and sort of stand somewhere around here, I think.
Okay. You leave me in a quandary here. Seeing that fire being thrown out all across the board is really, 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 really annoying.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to try and kill your fire starter.
Okay.
Little Prodigy reference there.
Yeah. He is a wicked fire starter, isn't he?
Yeah. So I'll go with Cosset because I know she has an ability that lets her charge for free.
Yes, she's a very strong model for that.
So her charge range is a 9, and she has a 1-inch melee zone.
Yes.
So even though that character has already went, I want to see if I can get that down pretty damn quick. I need to start dragging some stuff back here. So she is going for a charge.
Yep. Well, she has an ability you probably want to use before the charge. I'm going to be honest here. I'm going to tell you before you do it.
No, training mission? Or
it is a training mission, so you have to do it before the charge. But she's an ability called Crazy.
Ah, yes.
There you go. So normally she's only TAC 4, so she gets 4 dice. But she's a bit unhinged, and she's going to go crazy and come at you.
Yeah.
So she suffers 3 damage.
Okay.
But she gains 3 TAC for the rest of the turn.
Yes, you were telling me about this.
Told you about that earlier.
I will have to remember this for the match against John.
I try and I do what I can. It's
so she'll take an additional
3 damage.
2 and 3.
Yep.
And from there, she now goes to TAC 7.
Yeah.
And then charges in.
So she can go wherever she likes, but as soon as she comes within an inch of Mercury, she gets set on fire. So she immediately loses 2 movement.
So.
But she still has a 1-inch melee zone, so as soon as you get within the inch, she'll just stop.
Basically, she loses her final inch. So she'll go from here. It doesn't matter because she stops here, which is just within the inch.
Yep. And gets set on fire.
Yeah. Takes her 2 with her. Now, whenever you're set on fire, you don't take the damage. It's just because that was a blast that actually had a damage profile on it that I took the damage.
Yeah. You only take damage from conditions in the maintenance phase at the start of the turn.
That is fine.
Yeah.
So, what I'm actually going to do with Cosset is, before I make my attack, am I allowed to use momentum to actually wipe off damage?
No, because you've declared the charge, and a charge is effectively a single action.
Yeah.
So you can't interrupt actions.
Right.
Unless the specific trigger is stated.
Okay.
So what you can do is make the attack
and then do it?
Then do it, yeah.
Okay, that's fine. So she'll make her attack. So she's starting at 4.
Yep.
Plus 3. Plus an additional 4.
Yeah.
So that's totaling out at 11 dice on the charge.
Yep. She's throwing quite a lot of dice at me.
And she has a 5 column playbook.
Yes.
So hopefully, if I'm lucky. What's your defense?
My defense is 4. Ooh, that was a good roll.
3 out.
Look how pretty all these dice are as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do love all the faction specific ones.
That's a 3. And I've got 1 armor. Yeah, so you end up with 6 hits.
So I do get to wrap once.
Yes.
Which is quite nice. So for her, I can do. Ooh. So I'm looking at this, and it's one of those things you've been talking about. Even though I could do the maximum 4 damage, do I really want to? Because that's non-momentous.
Yeah, that's where you have to make the decision of, because you've got in your playbook, you've got 3 momentous damage or 4 non-momentous.
Yeah.
And it's whether it's worth doing the extra damage but not gaining the momentum.
Well, I actually tell you what I think I am going to do, which is going to be the most worth it. So on the wrap, you'll take 1 point for definite.
Okay.
But on that 5th column, I've also got the 2 little guild ball symbol.
Yep.
which is going to let me pull off Screeching Banshee.
Yes.
The target enemy model suffers -1 death and 2 damage.
Yeah, it's pretty strong ability, that one.
Yeah, so I have that here, I believe. Did I
Not,
bring
not, you're not looking through tokens again.
yeah.
I thought I'd
no,
worked it
hang
out.
on.
Like...
This time I have been clever. So if you
Okay.
look, I'll show this under camera.
Okay.
This time, I've only brought in the tokens relevant to the characters I have on the table, and I found it quite quickly.
You did right, to be fair, yeah.
So
That was only like 25 seconds you had to cut there, you know, that's...
Oh! Okay,
So-
now I know we're becoming mates whenever you're taking digs at me. Alright, so that'll do for her first.
Yep.
She has 2 more.
Yep. And you generated the momentum there from
Yes,
Screeching Banshee.
but I will burn that
Yep.
straight away now that I'm between attacks
Yep.
to actually get rid of those 2 stats effects.
Okay.
Or do I?
Well,
I
your
can
option is...
heal 4 or take 3.
Yeah.
So I'll actually heal
But-
4.
If you heal 4, these are still here until you remove them.
Yes.
So if you want to do this every turn, cool. You're spending momentum to gain 1 health a turn, from my
yeah,
point
but
of view.
it sort of just drags me back a little bit because if
Yeah.
she's going crazy again,
Yep.
the numbers actually balance out perfectly 2-4. So I'm healing 4. Or no, it doesn't.
No. You're taking
So-
6 every turn if you keep going crazy and taking 3 from them.
So I'm actually going to get rid of those.
Yeah.
And because I'm already in melee, is it only whenever I move into that 1-inch zone that I take those effects? Or
Yes.
can you put it back on me next turn?
No, it's only when you enter. So
Okay.
I can reapply it by smoke moving this template over.
Okay.
But
You're
you
then
don't...
having to do it to target
yeah.
1 mini.
Yeah,
Okay. So after that I can buy 2 more attacks.
you can indeed.
Does Crazy last for her entire activation?
It lasts for the entire turn.
Lovely.
So even if she's making, for example, if Mercury tried to walk away
Mhm.
and she got to make a parting blow, that would still be tax 7.
Lovely. Okay,
Yeah.
so I will buy 1 more
Yep.
and be rolling 7 this time.
Yep.
Now you're down 1 defense, so
Yep,
that's
so-
Death 3.
Death 3, 1 armor.
Lovely. Oh, horrible roll. But
Sorry, I shouldn't laugh.
still 2.
It's just funny though. I got 1 armor, so it's actually 1.
Well, it's still 1 point of damage.
it
But it is non-momentous.
is not
But I will buy 1 more
Yep.
for another 7.
That's a bit better.
More like it.
Yeah.
So that becomes 4
Yep, after armor.
after armor 4. So that means I can either do... Ooh, I could do a push shove or I can do 3. What's your health like?
My health is currently on 11.
11. I'll take the 3 damage with the momentum.
3 damage, yeah.
Because if I just want to drag you closer to it, okay?
Yep.
Alright, so I'll put my dice out of the way,
Mm-hmm.
and that will be Cosset's activation done.
Okay, so I am... what am I going to do?
What's the meanest thing you could do to me right now?
I don't know. I sort of just want to... What's Cosset's health on?
Cosset is
On
actually...
5. She's actually not looking too good.
She's not looking too good.
Uh,
She's quite low.
So I'm going to go ahead, and what I'm going to do
Mm-hmm.
is Calculus is going to spend 2 influence
Okay,
to put down, to use her Noxious Blast ability.
okay.
So I'm just going to catch 1 model,
Aye.
which is here.
Yeah.
But if any of your models advance into, move into this cloud, they take poison.
Ah,
So if you want to come in and hit him, you're
Aye.
gonna take poison.
okay.
So
Aye, and if I'm making a charge, I have to go in a straight line, yeah?
yes.
Okay.
So so she's gonna go, and it's 1. I got at least 1 4+, so
Yep.
that's a hit. So Cosset takes 2 damage and gets poisoned again.
Lovely.
Lovely. And because of Momentous Inspiration, I generate 1 momentum, and do I want to heal, because I can spend 2 for Come On Mate, which would heal Mercury for 2. For
Okay.
4, sorry.
Alright, so that's... You see, this is the thing I'm finding with the momentum. There are a
Mhm.
couple of abilities you can use, but you haven't really said the names of them.
Yeah. So this one, so the one where you can heal yourself, which or remove conditions, which you did earlier with
Yep.
Cosset, is called Take a Breather.
Okay.
This one is called Come On Mate. So this is you encouraging your mate to kind of like get back on their feet,
Yeah.
get themselves together.
Alright, so rub some dirt on it, mate. Get back
Exactly.
to it.
Yeah. Like just give it a wee rub. You'll be
Okay.
grand. No, I want that momentum, because if I spend the 2, I don't have any more.
Yeah, because we're also balancing the resource for the next turn.
Exactly. Yeah. And you're on 2, and I think you're going to generate some more this turn. So I'll just leave it there.
Alright. So you've put down your poison. Is that your activation done?
She can make a move, but she's actually sort of happy because you can see she's next to this terrain piece here.
Aye.
And if a model is close to an obstruction like this,
Uh-huh.
they're within 1 inch, they get cover.
Alright.
And cover just means if you're attacking her, you lose 1 dice.
Okay, so -1 tack to me.
-1 tack to you.
Got it.
Pretty simple, but it just gives her a little bit of extra defense there.
Alright, so it's back to me. I'm on the clock, so I can't really hang about, right?
Yep.
So,
Gotta go for the throat a little bit here.
Huh?
You gotta go for the throat a little bit here.
No, we're playing football. So I'm actually going to take Obulus, and I'm going to try and score with him this turn.
Okay.
So I don't know if I can pull this off,
Yeah.
but I'm looking at this table, and I'm seeing Obulus. He's got a nice clear channel right here to that goal.
He does have a nice clear
I don't know
channel.
if that's you leaving a trap for me or not, but he's going to go for it. So when he activates, he gets a free 2-inch move, yeah?
Yes,
he
has a shadow-like dodge, yeah.
So he'll get to here.
Yep.
And bring the ball with him.
Yep. As I've said before, while the ball is in possession of a model, you can put this wherever you like.
Yeah,
the actual ball. It
just
indicates that he has it.
Okay, so from that,
Mm-hmm.
he's then going to do a sprint. Okay.
Yep.
So his sprint he's quite slow. He's 6.
Yes.
But he's got a decent kick stat of 2-6.
2-6. That's actually on the lower end, particularly for a captain.
Maybe so, but he's doing other stuff as well. So...
Oh yeah. Obulus has a lot of kind of tricks and nonsense as well.
Let's see what I can do here, okay?
So I've already taken the one off for your sprint there, so you can move 6 inches.
6 inches, just directly towards that goalpost.
Yep.
And to there. And am I in range to go for a kick?
Your kick is 6 inches, so no, I'm afraid.
All right. Well, it was worth a try.
What you could have done is, if say you come back here a little bit, you can make some attacks on Catalyst.
Right.
Which at least I don't know if you can get in range, but at least you can generate some momentum and not waste your last 2 influence there.
Okay, that'll do.
Yeah. So we just fudge it a little bit. Say you came in.
Thank you.
No problem.
Okay. So I'll be attacking, but I will just be walking into attack.
Yeah. So you're spending 1 for the attack.
1 for the attack. My attack is 5.
Yep.
And nothing else.
Yep. And I am defense 3 with 1 armor on Catalyst there.
Okay. That'll be 1.
Yep.
So that becomes a 1-inch push or 1 damage. I'll just do 1 damage.
A 1-inch dodge.
1-inch dodge or 1 damage. I'll just do the 1 damage.
You're just doing the 1 damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I will buy 1 more. So if you move the influence out of his way.
Yep.
That's more like it.
Yeah,
so
that's
that'll
a bit
be 3.
better. Yep.
And on the 3, I can do 2 momentous.
2 momentous damage.
Yeah.
So,
That'll do.
Yep.
So I'll pop this stuff out of the way.
Okay.
That'll be Obulus. So I need to be careful here. But
yeah.
I think if I can get him next turn, he's definitely in range. So
yeah,
we'll see.
That's definitely true. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have Catalyst. Where is he?
Are you gonna send him in?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna walk into here, but I'm gonna force you to use your ability, which is called, I think it's unpredictable movement.
Yes, I have unpredictable movement, which allows me to move 2 inches.
Yeah. Whenever an enemy model ends in advance in your melee zone, you can make a 2-inch dodge.
Okay, so
you can just get out of there.
Yeah, because you've stacked what, 3 influence on
3
that?
influence on him, yeah.
Yeah, and you only have a 1-inch melee.
Yes. So
So
you
if
can
I'm
just
bounce 2,
yeah.
you can't get me with him.
Yeah.
I'll take that one. So from here, he'll bounce forward and across to here.
Yep.
Which leaves me outside your 1-inch.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Yeah, and since he's already taken his advance, but I did get to burn that, so now you can't do that again. It's only once per turn.
Right, so you were maybe trying to dummy me by sending the big guy at me because you may have something else?
It's a mystery. Ooh.
Stop with the psychological warfare. Alright.
This has nothing to do with the game. I just like messing with your head.
Oh, I know. Trust me, that's just a good time in a can. Okay,
alright, so that was Catalyst there. So I've wasted those 3 influence.
But it's back to my activation, alright?
Yep.
Alright, tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go with Graves.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to activate one of his abilities, which is Tooled Up.
Yep.
So I will tool up this guy.
Yep.
So I will put that token down. And that cost me 1.
Yes.
Now, do I need to roll?
No, because again, as we talked about earlier, you're targeting a friendly model with a character plate, so that just happens automatically.
Okay. But he is on fire.
Yeah, and Graves can now take his move, his jog if he wants.
Yeah, he's just going to jog straight up. So Graves' jog is 5 inches.
Mm-hmm.
So if I get the little 5-inch widget, I really do like the idea of these little widgets because you're not having to muck about with tape measures.
Exactly,
all the time.
yeah.
So
and I
much
mean,
handier.
sometimes tape measures are useful, but in Guild Ball, you're generally not really measuring many distances over about 8. So we got an 8 there, or
yeah. I mean, like whenever
maybe,
someone has moved 9, you just put an inch template on
exactly,
the end of it,
yeah.
it's
You
all
can
done.
just combine a couple of them. Like it's because the game is quite small scale. You generally don't need to measure more than about 10 at most, I think.
Yeah. All right. Well, he's just gonna go. Yeah, he's gonna go up this way. So he's gonna stay just outside of that.
So he's not going into the cloud.
No, he's not going into the cloud. If you want him poisoned or on fire, I'm gonna force you to move that template.
Okay.
Because why do your job for you?
Exactly. I mean, that is fair. That is fair. Okay, so I'm gonna go with my little robot butler buddy.
Okay.
And he is just going to put down another cloud for a smoke, and then he is going to take an advance. He doesn't take the cloud with him. No. So he doesn't take the cloud with him, the cloud just stays there.
Okay.
But he's going to take
and he can
advance
just
over
trundle
here.
off.
And he's going to get me, even though he is just a little robot butler, I still get an extra dice if I attack Oculus now.
Ah. Clever. Okay. So the use of a mascot.
Yeah. Sometimes, because mascots are only worth 1 VP, sometimes it's great just moving them in, just because you get an extra dice. And if your opponent's attacking them, they're not attacking one of your more important models.
Alright. So that's you done?
Yep, that's Flask done.
Alright, I think what I should maybe do right now is activate Silence. So Silence is already poisoned down on fire, so he can just walk through those templates without worrying about it.
But because he's on fire, he's suffering -2 move.
Yes.
So he's quite slow, I think.
It's 5 base for his jog, so that'll be down to 3.
Yep.
But I think that'll be enough for what I'm thinking of doing, because I'm thinking of possibly using his Fire Blast again.
Yeah.
Yes, it's more templates on the table and you can shift those about.
Yep.
But if I can start throwing some stats effects back on you, puts you on the clock.
Yeah, well, you've already got Calculus on fire, but yeah.
So Silence will move 3 inches.
Okay.
So just directly forward.
And as I said, because he can go into that poison cloud quite happily if he wants, because he's already suffering both effects. He can't suffer it twice.
Yeah, so I'll just put those up here.
So then is it Fire Blast? And I think if you put it there, you can actually catch both.
That would be perfect.
Apparently I'm a bad player.
No, or an incredibly good coach.
Yes, let's go with that. Yeah, I'm good at this. Okay, so now because it's an AoE character play, you roll separately for each model under the template.
Yep, but it costs me 2, so I'll be rolling 2 dice for each.
Yep.
So for
Smoke, she is defense 4.
Okay. Yep.
Takes 2 damage and gets set on fire.
He's on fire. Okay, I'm thinking we may need more fire tokens.
Yeah, I thought we had enough, but
I tell you what, we don't have anyone that causes bleediness, yeah?
We do. This lad right here.
Blast. Do we have anyone that drops traps?
No.
Right, we'll use trap tokens.
We'll use trap tokens as fire. Okay.
Right. So for the other one,
Mercury, and he's -1 defense because of Screeching Banshee.
Yep.
So
hits.
You hit him anyway. So it's 2 damage, and he's on fire.
Grand. So I'm thinking, sort of give you a taste of your own medicine, Mr.
Yeah,
Alchemist.
a little bit. Yeah, this is a lot less kind from this side. I don't like it. I like the fire when it was over there. I don't like it over here.
And I think that will do for Silence.
Okay. So, speaking of poison.
Oh dear.
So this chap here is called Venom, and he is going to take an advance. He is speed 6. He's going to take a jog over to here, not going into the fire, and he'll get to within an inch of cost out there. So he's just got 1. He's just got 1. Yep. So he's just got 1 influence. He's going to make 1 attack.
Okay.
So he is attack 5, and I've got 1 friend standing there helping me out in the shape of Mercury.
So Costa is death 4.
Yeah. So I'll roll this over here. So only 1 hit. That's a bit disappointing.
But no armor.
No armor. So I will just do 1 damage to cost it.
Okay. She's currently on 2 health.
Yep. And I'm going to spend I'm going to use his heroic play, which is called Coagulation. Which any enemy model suffering the poison condition, I'll just check. Yeah, enemy models on the pulse, and the pulse is 3 inches, who are suffering the poison condition, immediately suffer the bleed condition as well.
Oh, lovely.
So if that's still hanging around in your turn, he's going to be taking 6 damage in the maintenance phase.
Yeah, and they've all already went.
Yes.
So all I have left is...
You've got...
actually, for Silence, You told me he had an ability that works with Dirge.
Yes.
Could I use that before he finishes his, please? Creation Dirge. It lets me bring Dirge back.
Well, go on then.
All right, well, here.
Seeing as you are paying for my hotel, go on.
Well, here.
So, okay, we did talk about this earlier, and I should have mentioned it when you were doing
silence.
Silence.
It was just, that moment of brain fart.
Yes. So basically, it's a heroic play called Creation. And that says if the named friendly model, which is Dirge, is suffering the taken out condition, you can remove the taken out condition from it and place it in base contact with this model with full HP.
Yeah.
And then it gets to activate normally. And because he got taken out this turn and he had influence on him, he has the same influence when he comes back.
Oh, nice. So he goes down on the table here.
Yep.
Unfortunately, he is on fire.
Yep. He gets put down on fire because he has to be base to base with Silence.
Yep. But he's back with 2 influence.
He is indeed.
Which could be useful here.
Yep.
All right. So it's back to my activation.
It is.
Who do you have left?
I still have Silence. Smoke. I still have Smoke.
All right.
The other one.
Okay. So I think I'm going to activate Dirge. I'm going to have Dirge use its fly ability, because it can ignore intervening models.
It can indeed.
If it wants to.
Yep.
But I have to be able to fly all the way over.
Yes.
So, yeah, well, I actually do. Now, if I'm charging, can I fly over models?
Yeah, as long as you don't end with your base on another model's base or on a barrier terrain piece.
Perfect. So, Dirge is going to charge Smoke.
Okay.
Because I think that'll be funny. So it's got 10 inches.
So it's got 10 inches, bear in mind. It's got -2 move.
So there's still 8.
So you know how Obulus has unpredictable movement?
Aye.
Smoke has that as well.
Alright.
So if you come for her, she's just going to dodge away.
That's okay.
Okay.
I'll put her right between Obulus and...
So here?
Yeah, just straight into base contact.
Straight into base contact.
Because that'll mean you're having to dodge away the full 2.
Okay. So then she is going to take her unpredictable movement. So she is going to come... She's going to go, let's see, she's going to come 1 inch to here and 1 inch
there.
to here, and it should get out of 1 inch there. Yep. So, sweet.
Standing in the middle of the firestorm.
Yeah.
But no, I thought that was possibly a wise idea. To actually just try and nip in and do something nasty.
Little bit, but she might have been the wrong target, I think. Because she can dodge away. But equally now, like Obulus, I've used that now. But I don't think Casket's in range to attack her. So
no. So should I maybe have went for Mercury for the extra +1 attack?
Probably, yeah.
All right. Well, live and learn, guys.
Live and learn. There you go. So we are going to do Smoke now.
Yes.
And she's going to spend 2 of her influence. Well, first off, she's going to get rid of this fire because she's quite slow.
Yep.
By spending 1 momentum for take a breather.
Yep.
And then I'll replace the fire on Dirge, since we actually have 1 more fire token.
Yeah.
And then she's going to go ahead and charge Obulus.
That's what I was trying to avoid. Oh well.
She's going to come over here.
All right, so this is you trying to hook the ball back off me?
It is indeed, because he's uncomfortably close to my goal at the moment. And I'm not really happy with that. So, Smoke is attack 4 base.
Okay.
And it's a charge, so I got up to 8.
So Obulus is 4-1.
Yeah, and I've got 1 because of
you have the little mascot.
The little robot butler.
Yeah.
Okay, so Obulus defense 4, arm 1.
Yep.
So that's a decent roll. So that is
5 becomes 4.
5 becomes 4. So on 4 she gets a momentous tackle. So I will just take the ball
to yourself.
To myself there, yeah.
Okay.
Now I am gonna have some fun with templates.
Okay.
So I'm gonna move this smoke cloud right here. If I'm within,
are you in range?
I'm just gonna check. So I'm within 6 there.
Yeah.
So
poison
she's poisoned. She's poisoned. I will move it to here.
Alright.
So both of these guys suffer poison.
Yep. Okay.
Because that's fun.
Of course. And he's already burning.
Yep. And I will move. I'll move this fire template here.
Yep.
To here, and set Graves on fire.
Alright, fire tokens again.
Actually, don't want Graves. I'll set Corset on fire.
Silence is already on fire.
She is already fire. Okay, I'll put it there. I'll get Graves.
Yeah. Okay.
So he's on fire as well.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do a little bit of smoke magic. Literally.
Smoke magic. What?
So she's going to put down. She's a rule called smoke bomb. So she's just going to throw a smoke bomb within 4 inches, which is all the way over here.
Mm-hmm.
And then, as we mentioned before, she's going to jump into it.
Okay. That has kind of changed instantly what I was planning to do. I've been working up the entire turn, waiting to send Casket in here to Mercury to finish it off. However, I could go after Smoke and try and intercept.
You
know what?
Stick to the plan.
I'm going to stick to
Stay on target.
I'm going to stay on target. Stay on target.
Follow Red 5's lead. Come on.
Alright, so I may have to send someone else sprinting across the way at the start of next turn, but I'm hoping I have time to do that. So let's not knee-jerk reaction this. I have a plan.
It does certainly look like you're going to win momentum, because I've only got one, so it does look like you're going to win initiative next time.
Yeah. Okay. So I will activate Casket next.
Yep.
Dirge is gone. And so Casket is going to charge.
So Casket is his sprint is.
His sprint is 7.
So 7, but that's down to 5 because he's on fire.
But could I spend this before?
Yeah, so I think you're going to have to.
So
because...
I'll spend that to remove effects beforehand.
Yep. So now you can. You remove both the poison and the fire. And I will replace the fire there.
And then I can go 7 with a 1-inch range.
Yeah, so you got plenty of distance there.
Yeah, and it's only if I end my movement in that template that I take the.
Because the template was already over him. So because you started your activation in the template and you were already poisoned, you don't suffer again.
Okay.
But as soon as you get within an inch of Mercury, you get set on fire again.
Oh bloody hell! Fire everywhere.
Fire everywhere.
The Morticians Guild is burning down, burning down, burning down. Right. Anyway, so Casket on the charge is TAC 5.
Yep.
+4 for the charge.
Yep.
+1 for a friend.
Yep.
And +1 for Tooled Up.
Tooled Up doesn't give you an extra tack. It increases your damage results.
Okay. But you are suffering Screeching Banshee.
Yeah, so I'm defense 3. Yeah.
Okay. So that's still 10.
That's still a lot of dice, yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully I can do something cool here.
Yep.
Oh, actually, before I start, what's your health like?
My health is on 6.
6.
So you can probably do this attack.
Yeah.
And see how that turns out.
Yeah, because I know Casket has a legendary.
Yeah, which.
So I can't kill you this time, but possibly next time.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see how this turns out.
So 3's 1. So that's a pretty good roll.
4 go away.
And then I've got 1 armor.
So that becomes 5.
Yeah, so you get 5 hits.
Yeah. So what I'll do is, I'm just going to go straight for 3 damage.
Okay. And that goes up to 4.
Yeah. Now I'm going deliberately for the non-push one.
Yep.
Because there's one where I could push you like 2 inches. Could I get anything better there? No, I can't.
I don't think you're going to get anything. The thing with pushes are always optional, and it's always up to the distance.
Yeah, but because of Tooled Up, you're taking an additional damage.
I'm taking 4 damage. So he's only on 2 boxes now.
Yeah.
So, before you buy your last attack...
Yeah, I'm going to declare using his legendary.
Yeah.
Which is called Casket Time.
Yeah.
The next time this model inflicts the taken out condition on an enemy human model, the friendly team scores an additional 2 VP. In addition, the model which suffered taken out condition may not return to the pitch in the next maintenance phase. So you're out for 2 turns?
Yes. Basically, you can see the model's called Casket, and he's got a big casket or a coffin, if you like, on his back. And he basically just grabs you, throws you in the box.
Okay.
So
time for a timeout.
Yeah, time for a timeout.
Alright, so after doing that, I will buy my last attack.
And as we discussed, because it's a legendary play, it doesn't cost you anything. You just say you're using it.
So that's 6 total because of my friend.
Yes. And this is, again, Death 3 with 1 armor.
Yep. Here's hoping.
Yeah, so you get 1 hit, but I think that's enough. You got 1 damage on 1.
On Casket, I do.
Yeah, so that's 2 damage. And Mercury
So
gets...
basically, at the last moment, struggling and screaming, Mercury is just about rammed into the box.
Yeah, he's shoved inside the box, unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah, but the good thing is, because I took you out, I gained 2.
Yep.
Because of that legendary play, that makes it 4, so that's as good as scoring a goal.
Yep, that is as good as scoring a goal. So it's a very powerful play if you can get it off. It's not the easiest thing because Casket's damage output himself isn't that high. But if you do what you did and just stack Tooled Up and the defense debuff, it's a lot more likely to come off.
It's what I'm seeing. There's so many more synergies in this.
Yeah.
You know, and like when I was playing Fisherman, it was just like, okay, I am Shark, I am amazing.
Yeah.
I shall stand alone. Whereas these guys, it's just like, no, team play. Let's work together, people. Okay, well, that'll be this turn done. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's all the activations. So in the end phase, we pick up all of the many templates.
Yes, but not the tokens just yet.
Sorry,
but,
you got one from your momentous result there, didn't you? And then another one for taking out.
No, because the first one I chose specifically to not do a momentous damage, because that way I wasn't pushing you away from myself.
That's what I was saying. Pushes are always optional. So you didn't have to do the pushes.
Alright, so I could have had one.
So you could have had the momentous,
okay, so I will have that. And then the other one was plain.
You get an additional one for taking an enemy model out.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Alright, well, I'll tell you what. Let's tidy all this up off camera. Guys, we will come back in a minute with the next turn. First things first, we have to roll to see who's going first.
First things first, we roll.
So I'm currently on +4.
Yep, and I'm on 1. So
5 to 4.
You
That's
get it.
8 for me.
Yep, I end up on 6.
Yeah, so I clear all these.
And I gain 1 because I'm going second.
Okay, so I get to go first then.
Yeah, so that means you resolve all the conditions on your models first.
Okay, so Casa is dead.
Yes, because she's going to take 5.
Yeah.
So these go away, and I gain 2 victory points.
And I will wipe Cosset here to halfway, because does she get to come back right now?
Yes, because you resolve conditions, then you bring models back on if they've been taken out, then you resolve your influence.
Okay, so from where we are, I'm actually going to have Cosset come back on from here. I'll do this now.
Yep.
And she gets a free jog.
She gets a free jog of 7 inches.
7 inches. That's quite nice, because what I'll do is I'll have her come across here. Just try and bring her directly back into this game.
Yep.
She's a little bit out of the way so far. So
there you go.
So now I have to allocate my influence.
Well, first we have to resolve all the other conditions.
Yes,
yeah, we've done 1.
Alright.
So silence is going to take 3 from bleed, 2 from poison, and 1 from burning. So he's going to take 6.
1, 2, 3,
and then
4,
bleed goes
5,
away.
6. He is left on 3 health.
Oh, may want to heal him.
Wow.
Yeah. So you see what I mean about that you're on a timer now.
Yeah.
Graves is going to suffer 3 for poison and burning. He's right there.
That's his first. 1, 2, 3. He's
Casket.
on 11.
Yep. Casket's going to suffer 1.
Yeah, that's with his ability.
Tough Fight, yeah, because Tough Fight doesn't affect condition damage.
Right.
So it's just gonna it just takes away your health.
Right. So that's actually a better way to get damage on him.
Yeah, exactly. Because it doesn't matter. And Dirge is also going to take 1 because he's also on fire.
Yeah, but because of the way I brought Dirge back, he's at full health.
Yes, because you
used not half health
yeah.
from having come back on the side of the board.
Indeed. And now you allocate out your influence.
Okay. Casket, I'm going to give 2. Dirge, I'm going to give 1, just for giggles.
Yep.
Obulus, I'm going to go with 4 because it's my captain. I need him doing stuff. Casa, I'll give her 2 over on this side. Silence, who's here, will get 2. And Graves will get 2, just in case I get the chance to come here and run across and maybe intercept you.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Cool. So I'm gonna go. So because Mercury's in the box, I don't get him this turn, and I don't get his influence either.
Oh right.
So I'm down 2 influence this turn.
That's handy.
Which is a bit of a shame. Smoke probably needs at least that. I'll give 4 to Venom, so you can start kind of mixing it up in the middle. Go 1 here. She can have a couple, and then I'll just give Smoke a couple more, just in case.
And I assume you're trying to get Smoke right down here.
Yeah, Smoke. So she is quite far away. She only has a 6-inch sprint and a 6-inch kick, but because of her cloud jumper, she can pretty happily score a goal from there.
Okay, that's going to be interesting to see. But I get to go first, yeah?
You do indeed. You get first activation.
All right. Who do I want to start with?
So remember, if you activate any one of these 3, they are on fire, so they'll be getting movement penalties. Yeah. Actually, sorry, Casket as well. I forgot the snare does fire as well.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I tell you what, I will activate Casket first.
Yep.
He's not going to be going very far. He's just going to bumble across here.
So I just realised I forgot to mark damage on my models from fire, because a couple of them are suffering it.
Yeah.
So
he's got 3-inch movement.
Yep.
And he will just bumble across so that he's in range.
Yeah, so he's got a 1-inch melee, so he's pretty happy right there.
And he'll buy his first attack for 5.
Yep.
So I think that should be okay. So 5. Yep. Nobody helping. 2, 3, 4, 5.
And Venom is defense 4 and armor 1.
Okay.
one hit.
One hit.
Yep.
So that will become 1 damage.
One
non-momentous.
Non-momentous.
I'm hoping to get a little momentum here.
Yeah.
So try again. Same again.
Unlucky.
So just the one.
Yep, just the one.
But it's still a couple of points of damage.
Yep.
And if you try and walk away from me,
you get to take a parting blow. Yeah.
Yep.
So
shot at it.
I've already got momentum, so I'm just going to go and score with smoke. So
okay, I will be impressed if you can score because you're on the bloody halfway line.
Yeah, watch this, right?
Alright.
So first off, she is going to jog 6.
Okay.
She's going to sprint 6 even.
Okay, sprinting 6.
Yep. Then she is going to spend 1 for smoke bomb.
Okay.
So I'll gather 1 out of my stack of AoEs over here. And she gets to place that here.
Wow.
And then she's going to use Cloud Jumper to come here.
Is that just a free one?
Yeah, Cloud Jumper just doesn't cost her any influence.
Right.
So you can see how far she can move there and threaten goal.
Yeah, because I mean, like you've went from up here at the halfway line,
Yeah.
down to about here, and then jumped on through, and now you're right next to my goal post.
Yes.
Is that just her walking up out of the cloud, just going?
Yeah.
Guys,
She's kind of like.
Kind of scored here.
Yeah. Like guys, oh, you guys are getting beat up. Oh god. Oh, good luck, guys.
Sorry, I'm just gonna tap this. If I tap this twice, is that going twice?
So she is now going to take a shot and spend the momentum.
Okay.
So because I'm within 4 of the goal, I get tap in. So she is kick 4. And if one of these is a 3+, I get a goal.
Okay.
So yeah, there we go. Easy mode. So I get a goal. So I get 1 momentum back.
And 4 points.
And 4 victory points.
So you're on
That puts me at
6.
7.
7? Oh.
Yeah, because I killed Dirge and then Cosset died to conditions.
For 2.
And then I got a goal. So 1 away from victory.
Yeah, and we're playing to 8.
You get to kick out the ball now.
Alright, so this is actually the first time I've had to kick out the ball. So how do I do this?
So how you do it is place the ball within 10 inches of your goal.
Okay.
So you got 8 and then you got 2 inches. So you probably want to you've got big sort of massive players here. You probably want to get it to one of these guys.
I think I'm going to put it on here maybe?
Yep.
Would that
work?
So
that is within 10. We'll just measure like that. Oh, I won't hit Graves. So that is easily within 10.
Yep.
And now you resolve a scatter. So where's the kick scatter template? Oh, you got it right there.
Oh, this?
Yep.
Okay. And so it's directly out from the goal, yeah?
Yep. And so you put the arrow in the middle facing away from the goal. And then you roll 1 dice for direction and 1 dice for distance. You probably actually want it a little bit back from there, so it was more likely to scatter and land on one of these models.
Okay.
So
direction?
Yep.
2.
Is 2. That's good for you.
Distance 1.
Is 1. So that's going to land right on Graves, and you can choose to. So it's going to land there, and you can choose to immediately snap the ball.
I'll snap it.
Yeah. So Graves
just to make you work to actually get it off me again.
Yep. So it is your activation now.
Okay. Could I be sneaky?
I don't know. Can you?
Let's see. I'm going to have. See, if I have Graves activate now, I can send him up and have him drop the ball.
Yeah, you
then
can.
You could grab it again.
But I can grab it, yeah.
But if I do it that way, it means you're more likely to go after grabbing the ball and maybe not attack me.
Yeah, because if you score a goal, you win.
Yeah.
So I have to keep an eye on that.
Yeah. Yeah. I tell you what, I'll have Graves activate.
Okay.
He will just jog up.
Mm-hmm.
Or actually, no, he'll actually sprint up for 1.
Okay.
And then he'll use tool up a little bit after that.
Okay.
So,
so his sprint is
Graves
7,
is of 7, yes.
Do you even need to sprint there? Where are you trying to go to?
I'm just trying to get up into like this area here.
Okay, so yeah, if you sprint 7, you can get to here.
Yeah, so I just want to be about here.
Yep.
And he will just drop the ball.
So he's going to drop the ball onto.
He's not going to drop it onto anyone or snap it to anyone.
So you're just going to leave it?
He's just going to drop it.
Okay, that's bold. It's a bold decision.
I have an idea.
Okay.
I have an idea.
All right. Interesting.
Okay, so that'll be him, and then he's going to put his tool up. Oh, come on, where is it? He'll put his tool up onto.
Oh, he can't actually go that far because he's on fire.
-2.
So it'll be 2 inches further back, but because you can place the ball within an inch, you can still place it there.
Near enough.
So it's near enough where you wanted it.
All right, that's okay. But he will tool up. What's the range on tooled up? 4 inches. So he won't. He'll burn that last influence that he has sitting on him.
Okay, so nothing?
Nothing.
Alright, so... Are you sure you don't want to snap it onto one of these guys?
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna leave it.
You got a plan? Okay.
I'm gonna leave it.
Far be it for me to...
Right.
So, Venom is gonna make an attack against Casket.
Okay. Trying to get free?
Yep, trying to get free, so he is attack 5. Casket is...
3-1?
3-1, let's see this. Oh, all of them. So...
With please.
Yep, -1 arm, so I get 4 hits. So 4 hits will be... I'm going to do Sacrificial Puppet onto Casket.
Okay.
So what that means is Venom immediately suffers 1 damage.
Okay.
But the next time he suffers damage, he can make Casket suffer it instead.
Ah, okay.
And that is a momentous result.
So you will gain momentum.
So I will gain 1 momentum, and I get to make a dodge.
Mm.
So I'm going to dodge around like this.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to make another attack against Casket. So you got 2 influence left. So attack 5. Let's see how this goes. 3's 1. Ah, that's worse. So I get 1 hit after your armor.
Okay.
So that'll be 1 damage, which gets negated by your tough hide.
Yeah.
So nothing, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
So I'm going to make 1 more.
Okay. Is this you trying to dodge around to the ball?
Yes.
It's there.
Yeah. So 5 dice again.
Oh, that's good.
It's famine or feast, isn't it?
It's 3 total then for the
3
armor.
total. So with 3 total, I'm going to do it's a momentous tackle and a dodge. I can't resolve the tackle because you don't have the ball, but I still get the dodge and the momentum.
Okay.
So I'm going to dodge here.
And I think that's just in range of the ball.
Yep, just grab the ball.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm going to buy 1 last attack. So 5 dice again with Death 3 armor 1. Oh.
Famine and feast.
Yep.
Down to 1.
1, which
nada.
gets ignored. Yeah. And now I really want to walk away, but I kind of hope to get a dodge in that last one, so I could just walk somewhere over here.
Aye.
But it doesn't look like I'm going to get to. So
okay.
That will be... I can't really move him anywhere.
Yeah.
That roll was really annoying.
Yeah?
Yeah, it sort of screwed me a little bit.
Well, you see, the thing is, you still have the ball and I don't, right?
Yeah, I still have my movement, so I'm going to...
You going to accept the part and blow?
No, I'm going to stay in your melee zone because I don't want to I don't want to take a part and blow because I think Casket's got knocked down on, where is it, 3?
Yeah, on 3 he has.
It's a bit risky.
Yeah.
So I'll just jog over here a little bit.
Alright.
With the ball. And try and kind of stay out of the way.
Okay. In that case, that makes what I have to do very, very clever, right?
Yeah.
So, what does Little Flask have on his effects?
So
on his
playbook, he does not have a knockdown. He has that basically. He can damage. He's got momentous tackle actually.
That's actually quite good.
Yeah, and he's also got a roll called Intensify, which if any models are suffering conditions and they're close to him, they immediately suffer damage. But not really affecting you. And Obulus can move out because he's got his Shadow-like rule anyway.
Oh, yeah. So I am activating Obulus, that's what I'm thinking. So I'll have him do his 2.
So where are you going?
So he's going to bounce 2 out to here.
Okay. So you're free of his melee zone?
Yep, and then from there, he has his movement of regular 4.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll go... That's a 5, but if I go to here...
Yep.
And then I should be in range, I think, to Puppet Master.
Yeah, Puppet Master's range 8, I believe.
Yeah, and so I'm going to Puppet Master this guy here with the ball.
Yep.
So if it's range 8, in.
Yeah, well in. So it's cost 4.
Yeah, so it's expensive.
We haven't really talked about Puppet Master much. Puppet Master is one of the Mortician sort of classic plays.
Yeah.
It's one of the real things that defines the guild because it lets you target an enemy model.
Yep.
And what you're about to do is you can either make them immediately make an attack, pass, or jog.
Yeah. Now, I assume I have to hit on 4.
Yes, you do. But you get 4 dice because it is a cost 4 play.
Yeah. So, let's see. What's your defense?
Defense 4. So you got pretty good odds of this coming off.
Yep. Got it.
You got 1 success, and that's all you need.
Alright, so I'm actually going to make you pass.
You make me pass.
I'm going to make you pass to the bird.
To the bird? I thought it was going to Obulus.
No, he's already gone this turn. I don't want to drag this out. The bird still has to go.
Okay. So Venom has a 2 dice kick.
Okay.
So you can roll it because he's under your control.
Yeah.
He is being puppet mastered.
Yeah. So I need a 4 on 2 dice.
Yes, 1 4. Yeah. Yes. You get it.
And do I gain momentum for that?
Yes, you do.
So, yay! And it's now on the bird.
Yep.
So that's Obulus is now done.
Mm-hmm.
The bird now has it.
Yep.
And the bird now gets a dodge of 4 inches.
It would have to spend that momentum.
Oh.
And that's when it starts getting tricky, because if you spend that momentum, you can't make a shot. Or you can leave him there and just hope he.
Yeah. Oh, you've got that little bugger. Or hang on, what's his defense? He's death 5.
Yeah, and Flask has no influence either.
I think I'm gonna accept it. I'm gonna
take
see if you can get to me from there.
Okay. So. Well, I'm gonna have Calculus go. She's gonna spend momentum to get rid of the fire, and she is. Pardon me. She is going to jog 5 over here
and buy
and buy an attack. Yes. So she is. Oh, she's only attack 4. Her tackle's really high. I may have gone with the wrong model here. Okay. So she needs 5s. That's no 5s. Feast or famine once again.
Dice gods are with me.
Yeah, the dice gods are helping you out on this one.
Yeah.
And I'll buy 1 more. And no hits again. So good. That went really well.
Okay, so now I'm going to activate Dirge.
So you have to be careful of the parting blow from Calculus. So I get 6 dice, and I've got a tackle on 3. So if I get 3 successes, I'll take the ball off you.
All right. One thing we've been forgetting is you see whenever you took out. Oh no, it wouldn't have mattered. Dark Dites I was looking at.
Yeah, it didn't really matter because it was in the maintenance phase.
Yeah, I believe it was. All right, but what I'm
going to do.
It
wasn't. It was in the first bit.
But it's learning.
Yeah, me too as well. Every day's a school day.
All right, so I will actually have Dirge just jog out.
So you're taking the parting blow?
I will take the parting blow. The way you're rolling,
yeah, I think the dice gods might be with you on this one.
Yeah, so roll your parting blow.
Yeah, as soon as you leave my melee zone,
yeah,
parting blow. So I get the 3. So I will tackle you.
Oh, blast.
To be fair, I was probably a decent shout with the way I've been rolling. So
yeah. Oh, hang on. How many dice did you roll there?
I rolled 6 because I'm attack 4. And on a parting blow, you get +2.
Got it.
So there you go.
So that was the risk.
Yep.
Could I have just taken the kick while you were there at -1?
You could have done, but Dirge only has a 4-inch kick, so he's a little bit.
Yeah.
You got cocky. Went for the mascot goal.
Yeah.
It's your problem.
Yeah. All right. Who do I still have here?
Well, the mascot, the Dirge can now finish his movement because he's only actually moved like an inch.
Yeah.
So he's still got 8 inches worth of movement, or 7 inches worth of movement left. So he can kind of go wherever he likes.
He's actually just gonna fly back to your melee zone.
Okay.
And then tackle back.
Okay.
So buy an attack.
So you want to make an attack?
Yeah.
You have attack
2,
and I'm engaged by Obulus, so you get an extra dice as well.
Yeah, and if I can get 2, I can tackle directly back.
So I'm death 4, armor 1.
So that's 2 lands.
With armor 1, so that's 1.
Yeah, but I can single you out.
Yes.
So I think I actually will.
Yeah, and that's momentous as well, I believe.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
That's what I should have done. I should have actually made that def 6. But no, then I wouldn't have had the momentum.
Yes. That would also just have been, you can only defensive stance against charges.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you're singled out, which might be useful.
Okay.
I can do something else. So things are getting a little bit tight here.
Things are getting a little bit airy. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and kill the bird and get the last victory point. So I'm going to go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Flask is just going to move over here.
Does he have any... Oh, right, you're going for the +1.
I'm just Catalyst, the big lad over here.
Yeah.
Look at him. He's going to come in and he's going to punch the bird.
Right.
So hard it's going to explode. It's going to be great.
Feathers everywhere. All right. Well, what I'm actually going to do then is I still have silence to go, I believe.
You do indeed, yeah.
So he has a 5/7. So if I have him sprint, I can turn on the sprint but not the charge.
Mm-hmm.
He has 2. So, or I could fire blast. What's her health like?
She's taken 4 damage.
But I could also have him tackle. Yeah, so he's going to spend 1.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to go for a sprint.
Okay. Bear in mind you're on fire, so your sprint is 5. Unless
I
you
will
want
burn 1.
Burn 1. So you clear conditions for
Yep.
what you're doing. So I'll just
now
replace that on casket.
So now I've got 7 inches of movement.
Oh, sorry, I totally forgot. Once Dodge comes within an inch of her, he gets poisoned.
That's
because
fine.
that's how she works.
Yeah. So trying to stay out of your melee here.
Yep.
Going 4 across the way.
Yeah, so you're fine there.
And then I have an additional 3.
So you're within 4.
Yeah, near enough.
Yeah, you're within 4. We'll just move you in.
Yeah.
And you get poisoned again.
I get poisoned again, yeah, but I'm now in your melee.
Yep.
With 3 people helping. I have one influence left.
2 people helping. You've got Obulus and you've got Dirge.
Yeah.
And I'm singled out.
Yes.
So
now I'm just going to try and hammer you into the ground.
Yeah, so you got 5 dice base.
Yeah, 5 dice base.
You got 2 friends.
Yep.
And you've got singled out.
Yep.
So you get a lot of dice rolling there.
Yeah. So that's 9.
Yep. I am defense 4 with 1 armor. That was a pretty good roll. So there's a 3.
Yeah.
And then 1 armor. So you got 6 hits.
That I think is actually perfect.
That was a pretty good roll right there.
Because silence with the 6, he will tackle, take the ball.
Yep.
Because then that's just a little easier.
Yep.
And then for the other one that he gets on the wrap, it's just 1 damage.
Yeah, 1 damage. Either of those mementos?
1 of them.
Cool. So you gain 1?
Yeah, actually, is it? No, tackle and damage are non-momentous for him.
So you don't get any.
No, but I've at least got the ball off you.
You've got the ball back, yeah.
Yeah. So the bird still has 4 health.
Bird has 4 health, and he's poisoned and on fire.
Yeah, so we'll take 3 at the end of the turn anyway.
Yeah, take 3 at the start of the turn. So if I can do 1 to him with Catalyst, who's gonna get his chance for glory.
Go for it.
Okay, so he is gonna jog 6.
Yeah.
And so Catalyst, he's a pyromaniac.
Okay.
So he gets set on fire at the start of the game.
Aye.
And at the end of every turn, he gets set on fire again if he's not on fire.
And I assume he's generally taking that 1 point every turn.
Yeah, so he's taking that 1 point every turn.
Masses and masses of damage.
He's got 27 health. Yeah, quite a lot.
Yeah.
But while he's on fire, he gains +2 attack.
Oh, lovely.
So I'm gonna buy an attack. So he's attack 6 base.
Mm-hmm.
I get +2 for being on fire.
Uh-huh.
I get +1 because I got 1 friend, and plus another 1 because I got 2 friends. So I'm going to be rolling 10 dice at Dirge here.
On the bird.
Yep.
There's an old saying we have here. There's no kill like overkill.
So that'll be 4 hits.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I will spend 1 momentum to make it 6s.
It's not a charge. I didn't charge you because I knew you could do that.
All right. Well, in that case, it's just 5s.
Yep. So I get 4. So I will do 2 momentous damage and a double push.
So 2 momentous damage and a double push.
So he's on 2.
Aye.
Okay, so I'm going to buy 1 more attack. It's going to be pretty good.
Yeah.
I need 3 5s on this roll. Obviously, I get 1. I can't kill the bird.
Really?
So I do.
But the bird will die in the maintenance phase.
Yeah, but if you can generate some momentum, you could clear those conditions. So.
Well, I do have 1 momentum sitting.
I'm going to do 1 damage to the bird. So he's taking 3 total, so he's on 1 health.
So he's on 1.
I can't believe I just rolled 10 dice and got 1 5. This isn't even, like, I wish we were fudging this as well. I just can't roll.
It's one of those things you'll find that happens. It's on camera that you will see the most crazy dice rolls. I have seen Warren, right, in a D20 system game.
Right.
Roll a natural 20 5 or 6 times in a row to survive. Right. It's just me. Okay, it's dead. It needs a 20 to live. 20. Okay, again. Damn it. Again. I mean, as soon as the cameras went off, it's just like, okay, what pact with the devil did you make?
Yeah. Who owns your soul now?
Yeah.
How are you doing this?
Yeah, pretty much. Okay,
I think I'm owed an extra soul after that. Like, I'm owed a spare one. Like.
Yeah, just a little one.
Yeah.
All right, so the last person I have to activate is Cosset.
Yep.
So Cosset has a 10-inch threat.
She does indeed, so she can charge in and hit Ven in there.
Yeah. But before I do that, can I use my momentum points at any point to actually remove it on any character, or is it only during their activation?
It's during a model's activation, it can spend 1 momentum for, as I was saying, take a breather. So that means they can either heal or clear conditions, or you can spend 2 momentum for come on mate. So that basically is like you encouraging your mate, so then they can either remove conditions or...
That's fine.
Yeah.
I will burn this to take it off the bird, because I don't want you getting that last VP too easily.
Yeah. So you need to. It costs 2. So you will need to generate an extra one before you do that.
So it costs 2.
And it's also range 8. But all you need to do is charge and come in and generate 1.
That'll do.
Yep. So that's That's her going 8, so she's pretty happy. As soon as she gets within an inch of venom, she gets poisoned.
So she'll start with 4, gain 4, 1 for a friend, and is that a second for a friend? No, I'm still at his.
Yeah, because you deliberately moved to be out of it. Yeah.
That's still 9.
Yep. So defense 4 and arm 1.
So I get 2.
So neither of us can roll this game. That's good to know.
Still get 2.
Yep, after armor.
So that might be enough, yes, because I can do a 2 damage, or I can push you an inch.
Yep.
They're both momentous. So I will do that.
So what you want to do? 2.
So I will push you 1 inch.
So you get, that's a 1-inch dodge in her playbook.
Oh, 1 inch dodge?
Yep.
Well, then I will just do the 2 damage to you.
2 damage. So I'm going to trigger Sacrificial Puppet. So it goes on. So Casket takes 2 damage.
Yeah, and then I will burn. You're saying I have to burn 2 of
Yep.
these?
And so that will remove conditions off of Thurge.
Okay, I thought it was only 1 to remove conditions.
1 to remove conditions off yourself. 2 to remove it off a friend.
Okay, important to know.
Yeah, good distinction to bear in mind.
Yes, but very cool. So
and now you can make more attacks.
Yeah, I just buy. No, she only had 2 on her.
Yeah, but you charge for free.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting she charges for free.
It's really good.
All right, so I'll buy 1.
Yep.
Kind of maybe should have went crazy on the way in too.
You can go crazy now if you want. Before you make another attack, because each going crazy and making attacks are actions, and each action is just distinct. So you can do it at any order during your activation, anytime you like. So you can go crazy now.
All right, so she starts with her 4, gains 3, 1 for a friend, so 8.
Yep. And defense 4 arm 1.
That's more like it.
Yep. So you get
3
hits, yeah, after armor.
So with the 3, it's just going to be 2 more damage.
Cool. And this time I actually take it. Did you mark your 2 on Casket there?
No, I did not.
Yeah.
Now, does his tough take effect?
No, because this is you being damaged by a friendly model.
Alright. So basically, she goes to punch it, he ducks, and Casket takes it on the chin.
Casket takes it in the face, yeah.
Alright, well, I'll buy 1 more for 8.
Alright, and you generate momentum off that damage?
Yep.
Ooh, so 1?
Yep, 1, so that's literally just 1 point damage.
1 point of damage.
But that's okay.
Yep.
So we're going for another turn then.
So yeah, we'll have another turn, but I don't think it's going to last long because the bird's on a box.
Well, I tell you what, we will not take any breaks or anything. Let's just do the tidy up.
Let's just keep
now,
going.
Alright?
So I just removed this cloud here. There's only 1 effect on the table.
Yeah, somehow I've distracted you enough so that you're not throwing your effects everywhere.
Yeah, I feel like I should be dealing these like poker chips, man.
Alright, so we need to roll to see who's going first. So I have a +1.
You do have you have 1. I have a +3.
Yeah.
So
1.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, that's ultimate. The dice god saying nope. So you will get to go first.
I will resolve conditions on my models first.
So
that is Catalyst takes 1.
Yep.
And I think everyone else is okay.
That's it.
So for yourself, Graves.
But before then, your other character comes back.
Oh, he does, doesn't he?
He's now been let out of the box.
Yes.
So where are you
Cassius finally agreed to let him go. He's going to come on from here.
Okay.
And he's going to make a jog, and that means I get his influence back, which is nice.
Yeah.
He's going to come to there.
Okay.
So I also allocate my influence.
Yeah. And because you're getting to go first, I get.
You get 1 momentum.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I got all my influence this turn. I'm gonna kill the bird. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna take that last influence point. I'm gonna take that last victory point by killing the bird.
Well, it's either you roll horribly, don't kill the bird, and then I go and score.
Yep.
Or the other way about.
Yes.
So you kill the bird and you win. So
how insulting can I be? Can I kill your bird with Flask? Oh, I'm gonna kill the bird with Flask.
Mascot on mascot action.
Mascot on mascot action.
This seems a bit risky for something funny.
It's fine. It's great. All I need is 1 hit.
Okay, that's fine.
Totally, definitely, statistically likely. And I get 1 goal influence as well because I scored a goal last turn.
Aye.
So I'll just put that on.
I should have had 1 then.
Calculus.
We forgot I haven't
You haven't scored a goal? You've tried.
Yeah, no, I killed somebody.
Yeah, you killed someone, you put them in the box.
Okay,
yeah.
That's fine.
So...
I went to the bloody pitch by mistake. Sorry, folks.
It's alright. So now I've allocated influence, now you resolve conditions.
Okay.
So Cosset will take 2.
Okay, so Cosset for 2.
Yep.
She's still alive.
Yep. Silence will take 2.
1 left, still alive.
And Cosset's on 2. Casket will take 1.
Casket, he's fine. He doesn't care.
Graves will take 3.
1, 2, 3. So much of my team is now on 1 health point.
You can really see what I mean about the damage over time, because this is one of the reasons we also ended we started at the end of turn 1, because the Alchemist team like this, they take a wee while to get their game going and get the sort of condition game tick in your boxes down. Because now both of these are so low that I could just...
Yeah, you wouldn't even have to do anything. If I fluff my roll at the end of this turn, you win.
Exactly, yeah.
So, your activation.
So, you allocate out your influence first.
Oh, yeah. So, I need to get all my influence together.
Yep.
So, I hadn't even thought of what I was doing. The only one that I really care about having influence on is Silence.
Yep.
He's going to score.
He's the important one, yeah. So, I think give him 4.
I'm going to max out Silence, so he can take 4. And that means he can sort of fight his way out of trouble when he activates, if he needs to, and still have a little bit of spare gas in the tank. Cosset, I'll throw 2 on just in case something goes horribly wrong.
She's generally a decent model to just give influence to. Like she never feels like a bad model with influence.
I will put 4 back onto Obulus.
Yep.
Because if it all goes pear-shaped, I can maybe Puppet Master you again and get that ball off you.
Yeah.
And then I'll put 2 onto Casket and 1 onto Graves.
Okay, so I'm going to activate Flask.
Okay.
Flask is going to make an attack on Dirge.
Bang an attack for 2.
He is attack 2.
+1 for a friend.
+1 for one friend, +1 for another friend. So all I need is 1 5+.
Go for it.
Yeah! 1 damage.
Yeah.
Little robot butler
dies.
punches the bird in the head. Good game, man.
Oh, that was funny. But no, that was really interesting to see.
Yeah.
It was so swingy there at the end of turn 2. It was really interesting to see. I'm going to have to keep an eye on that when I play John.
Like, obviously, if I'd missed the parting blow, if I hadn't got 3 5s on the parting blow, which is quite unlikely, the bird just scores.
Yeah, I was gone.
And you win, yeah.
Yeah, because the bird would have been in the 3-up zone with 1 dice.
Yeah, but you can bonus time it for 2.
But I only had the 1 in, or 1.
A 1 dice needing a 3, yeah.
Well, it was an interesting one. Okay, guys, drop your comments below. Tell us, what do you think of the Morticians Guild? What do you think of the Alchemist Guilds? Which of the guilds are actually jumping out at you saying, this is my playstyle, this is what I want to go for? So, we'll move on here, and we will see you again another time.
Go ahead and check out our other content on screen now, and be sure to check out beastsofwar.com for the latest gaming news and gaming Let's Plays. And while you're at it, why not hit subscribe, and remember to ding our dong. Go on, you know you want to click it. Go on.